Sup YouTube, welcome back to another installment of E.B.N. It is your boy E.B.N. It's Wednesday, I believe the 11th, and last week I had just started my job as a delivery driver, and I gotta say, it's not bad. I don't have to physically be by somebody. I'm not working under somebody. I'm kind of working independently, and I do have more time to myself at home so that I could rest and shit. Figure out the things I'm about to do throughout the entire day, and overall it's just a better schedule for me, because as a nigga that does work in the morning, I can sleep all the rest of the day, like after 3. So it's not a giant issue, but what I want to talk to you guys about in this video is having a job and getting some money. Having a job and getting more money, or just having a job in general, is better than fucking with hoes on the daily basis. I forgot who told me this, but a nigga made this acronym up. Fuck, I can't talk today. There was a guy that made this acronym. I forgot who he was, but shout out to him, man. But it goes like this: money over bitches. And you can't trust a bitch. A bitch doesn't give you any value at the end of the day, because you gotta think pussy is expensive as fuck. And 9 times out of 10, if it's really good, it's not yours. You don't own the bitch, so you have no say whether or not you want to smash right away, or whether or not you trying to settle down with the bitch. 9 times out of 10, even if you got a bitch, you're wasting your money on her. You're wasting your money on what her needs are. But I could say for most niggas, niggas have needs too. We have stuff we have to afford and buy and pay for, like bills and whatnot. You can't always constantly be, wasting your money on a female all the time. In fact, for people like me, I don't pay attention to bitches, so I'm saving money regardless. But I'm specifically talking for the niggas who blow their load on a bitch every Friday. You don't even have free time necessarily by yourself. You can't even watch a damn TV show, and you don't even have time for yourself. And that's kind of, I know niggas like that, and they kind of burn themselves out. They're not who they were originally. And getting bread, getting money, is way better than fucking with a bitch. I could say that for a fact. Because when you get money, that actually, the value goes up over time. When you're with a bitch, you don't get anything out of it necessarily. You don't get no value. And the pussy depreciates over time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a woman, what are the likely chances of her cheating on you? What are the chances of her just, waking up one day and just say, hey nigga, I'm leaving, I'm not gonna be with you? You gotta have this type of mentality when you're with a bitch. You can't always think that, oh, since I'm with this female now, she's gonna be with me for the rest of my life. She's gonna be my ride or die. And this is where some niggas fall into a deep depression, because if you're like in your early 20s, you really shouldn't be wasting all your money on a female. Like, because what are you gonna have when you're 30? When you're 30, what are the likely chances of her even still being with you? Like, you gotta think these things through sometimes. You know, with me, saving money isn't a huge issue, but my future, I know, is more important than a female. And women, they don't necessarily give you really any value or money back. Like, if you bought her some expensive shit, you know, she ain't gonna give you that money back just because you bought it. Like, you know, she ain't gonna, like, if you loan her money, what are the chances of her giving it to you back? Unless you, like, a financially stable nigga, like, you can't always depend on a female for giving you money, you know. And that's why for most niggas, you can't, it's like, why waste your time with a female? Like, you know, getting a job is more important than fucking around with bitches like that, you know. I don't know why some men think that if they have a female, that their life could be complete. Like, you know, I used to think like that. I used to think, damn, if I get a bitch, I'm gonna be the most happiest man alive. But it didn't turn out like that. And long story short, I didn't spend the money on the female, but I did waste a lot of time. And all that time I cannot get back. But long story short, the lesson I learned with that shit, I still have instilled with me today. Like, why fuck with a bitch if you're not gonna get shit out of it? It's kind of like investing all of your money into a stock that is not gonna give you back any value, or it's not gonna give you any growth. Like, it's not growing, it's just stagnant, you know. Another thing I learned in business class, if, you know, let's say you have a business, but it's not going anywhere. People aren't buying into it. Some people like your business, but it's not growing, and you become bankrupt. Like, that shit right there is the reason why, like, niggas are broke nowadays. Like, simping over all these females on OnlyFans, you know, buying bitches fucking like bath water and shit, like buying the Amazon wish list. Like, I know niggas would waste like hundreds, even thousands of dollars on females they have not seen in real fucking life. Like, why the fuck would you waste so much money on somebody who doesn't even know who the fuck you are? And I'm mainly talking about simps. It's just why, like, do you not have any self-respect for yourself, man? Like, do you just wake up in the morning thinking like every female is gonna fuck with you? You know, do you think every woman is a princess and she deserves the world? No. Like, you know, use your common sense. When you waste money on a female, she's not gonna give you any of that shit back. I hope you niggas realize this shit. And it gets worse when women are older, like in their late 20s to 30s. Then they're gonna ask for like a lot of unnecessary bullshit. It starts when they're teenagers, but when they get older, like 30, 31, around there, they're gonna start asking for shit that you can't even afford. You don't even know what the hell she even wants. So it's kind of like, You know, why even be with a bitch? Like, fuck that hoe. With a long dick. Like, and that's why some niggas I feel sorry for, man. Like, you know, wasting all their money on a female, not getting anything back, simping online and shit, buying her OnlyFans. Like, this is why women see us as a fucking joke sometimes. And they play us for a fucking fiddle. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, you know, because of all this damn simping, and because niggas don't have any self-respect really for themselves, it's like, that's why you see women like walk all over niggas, you know. But moral of today's video is get a job, be financially affluent and stable, and don't fuck with any females. Like, because niggas around my age, we shouldn't be spending like a couple hundreds, even thousands of dollars on women. Like, the only time when you should spend money on a woman is when you're fucking married or in a long-term relationship with one female, only one female. Not jumping from bitch to bitch, but if you've been in a relationship with a woman for, I'd say, a couple months on end to a year, then I would say, okay, that's perfectly fine. But if you're just with bitches constantly, like, every few months, like, you don't even know them personally, then you a dumbass to me, my nigga. Like, that's just, like, retardation. It's fucking retarded. But I'm gonna go back on work, man. Don't waste your money on a bitch.